Jai Baba, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday session. We shall now begin with a small prayer. Farah, could you do the prayer, please?
Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's Daman right until the very end. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai.
Jai Baba, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday session once again. Before we start off, I'd like to invite our Lord and Master, Avatar Meher Baba, to come and join us for this session. Not only just join us, but also take over the entire proceedings of this session, so that every word that is spoken here be as per your wish, Baba. Thank you. Today we have with us a lady who is very close to my heart, in the sense she lives very far. She lives in Dubai. Her name is Delna, and I've had the opportunity of attending her Baba meetings twice when I was there. She's got some very interesting things about her life to be shared, which I hope you will all like and enjoy it. So, without wasting much time, I would like to call upon Delna to please come and join us and take over from here on. Thank you. Jai Baba. Jai Baba, Delna.
Jai Baba, Sam.
All yours, darling. Take.
Thank you.
नल्ली कहाँ से नल्ली ने भी बोला नहीं
Nalli Che, she's at her friend's place, but she promised to log in. So I think she's logging in. She's gonna
You
join.
also got some friends.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. With Okhi Auntie and Beram Uncle.
Yeah,
Amazing.
come and say
Jai
hi.
Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
See how Baba organizes things.
Superb, superb. Amazing to see them just behind you.
Yeah.
The next question was, when are they coming to Dubai?
Okay. I can't say Kiran.
Yeah, Kiran is Ria's bestie, and Ria is at her place, so she promised to join in from there.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay. Shoot. All yours.
Okay, so what can I say? The journey began in 2010 when Ria was born. So, like normally, we were living in Bombay, and suddenly Jumshed, my husband, gets a call.
Bit louder, please.
Yeah, okay. Now it's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jumshed got a opportunity to move to Dubai. So he was like, one of the kinds who never wanted to leave Bombay, but for some reason we both agreed. I agreed, and we kind of moved to Dubai, not knowing what in stores for us. And in 2009, 2008 we moved. 2009, I conceived Ria, and 2010 Ria was born. Her date of birth was actually 3rd of March, But Baba had different plans, and it's only later in life when you actually introspect, you really see what things unfold and what was meant to be and how it was meant to be. So the doctor just casually said that, oh, you look like, you're ready to deliver, so let's go ahead and get you admitted tomorrow itself, because the baby can be due anytime. We can't wait to 3rd of March. And fair enough, Ria was born on 21st of February, and she was moved the very next day to another hospital from Wellcare. And she had to go to Latifa. It's a government hospital in Dubai. And here things are a little different, compared to Bombay. We go from a government to a private hospital, but here it's different. There, when Ria went, she was diagnosed with the first issue called the TOF, where her food pipe was joined to the windpipe. That's how all the magic began for us. So Ria had a 9.5 hour surgery. Everything went well. It was much later, almost 3 months after the whole surgery and her post care and everything, when they figured out that there was another surgery due. That's when one of the doctors came up and told us, we don't have a doctor now, because the only doctor that was available to do this, he did the last surgery for Ria, and he kind of went back to Sudan. So they didn't have any expertise, and then we moved to Bombay, because it took us 3 months to search for a doctor who now could do the second surgery, which was called a laryngeal cleft. So to comprise all of this and to try and squeeze lots in 1 hour, Ria underwent 23 surgeries, which was, there were 12 major surgeries with 11 minor surgeries like bronchoscopies, laryngeal scopies, and all of that. In the first 1 year, she had 8 bronchoscopies and 8 surgeries. So 16 surgeries in the first 1 year. So the magic all began when we moved to Bombay. April 17th, 2010, Ria was admitted in Leelavati Hospital, and we were told 3 months. I landed up staying for 15 months there. And so
You
the
stayed
first,
for 15 months at the Lilavati
at,
hospital?
at Leelavati Hospital, yeah, in the ICU.
For 15 months?
Yeah, 15 months. Ria is a 17-month ventilated baby with 23 surgeries. Yeah. So after when we got admitted, and Ria was there, and in July. So we went in April, and somewhere in July, one of Jamshed's colleague came up to him and said, "Do you believe in Reiki?" And we had no clue of anything. I'm not religious, spiritual, nothing. Now I'm spiritual, but I was not religious, nor was Jamshed. We were doing our own prayers. Jamshed is fully Parsi. I'm half Parsi, half Catholic. So I would do all my little prayers, and he would do his thing, praying for our child to come back home safely. And then when this friend came and asked for Reiki, we didn't know what it was, but we were so desperate because we went in April. By now it was July, and I was ready to do anything. So I told Jamshed, whatever it is, let's try it. It's not going to harm us. This lady is going to sit from somewhere and send some healing and all. Let's see how it works out. So the first time Ria got healing, and this is all very, Baba orchestrated. It was all a full plan where I had to then meet the Reiki teacher, which I'll tell you. So Ria got Reiki for the first time, and for the first time, she was breathing without a ventilator for 6 hours. So the friend came back to Jamshed and said, "How did your daughter do yesterday? Because, there are a lot of students sending her healing. My teacher wanted to know." And yeah, and the teacher has just joined. And the teacher wants to know how she was doing. And I said, "Oh my God, that was a big day for us, because for the first time, Ria was breathing without a ventilator for 6 hours. Now I got greedy as a mother, and I wanted this lady to come to the hospital to give her Reiki. And so I told Jamshed, get me the number and I want to speak to her. It so happened that She doesn't, for Reiki, she doesn't go by her name as Farzin Doshi. She goes by her name as Farzin Shroff. And the moment I saw the name, I jumped and I said, "Oh my God, she's my school friend. And we've been, like besties and things like that." And Jamshid said, "Please, please stop it. Every second person is your friend. So you're just going crazy. So just stop it." And so, of course, I called her up, and he, being a typical banker, put a lot of practical things in my head. Don't tell her she's your daughter. She won't be, she won't tell you all the right things. So, first, get to know how Ria is. Of course, spoke to her, asked her to come to the hospital. She refused till I actually called her Fozu. And when she came to the hospital, because she thought Ria is my baby and she had to come, but there were different things opening up for all of us, not just for me, but for Fazin herself. And when Fazin came for the first time to the ICU, she actually moved away from Ria's bedside and moved to the other bedside. And this I got to know after I got discharged from the hospital, as to why she gave me a Baba picture. She gave me two Baba pictures before she left. The one that he looks like Jesus. Uh, and she said, just keep it next to Ria's bedside. I promise you, it's not going to harm you. You have everything next to her. Next to her, you have Jesus, you have Zarathustra, you have a Ganpati. Just keep him. I know he looks like Virappan, but trust me, he's Avatar Meher Baba. And I kept his picture, and Ria was, I think, Feb, March, April, May. Ria was 6 months old. I couldn't teach a 6 months old, to differentiate between Jesus or Zarathustra or Baba. But when she woke up, so Ria had a tube on her neck. Um, it's gone now. So she had a tube on her neck and she was ventilated for 24 hours on that tube. So all she could do is turn left or right. And when I put that picture of Meher Baba, and to be very honest, in the beginning I put it with a lot of fear because I didn't want to upset anybody. So I put Baba's picture there, and Ria lifted that flap and kissed Baba's picture when she woke up. Yeah, and I was like, no, no, it's a mistake. She's supposed to kiss Jesus. So I'm trying to give her Jesus' picture to kiss. But she would only kiss Baba's picture. So again, it drew me to ask Fazin more questions. And that's how our journey began. I had list of prayers to do. I would call them chores at that time. I would like, okay, I have to do my novena. I have to say this prayer. I have to say this prayer. And of course, Fazin gave me the Baba prayer book as well. So I had to do that as well. So it used to be like, let me just finish it off and get done with it so that I can spend the whole day with Ria. I noticed one thing. Every time I would open the Baba prayer book and I would say, Oh Parvardigar, even if Ria is sleeping, she would open her eyes, smile, and go back to sleep. So I would find that very, very strange and very weird. Now it's been 15 years, and I have so much to share. Um, but like I said, I'll share small pieces of my journey with Baba and how Ria brings us. So this was one of the reasons I kind of got attracted to Baba, knowing that I couldn't teach Ria, who God is, but she just knew it. And for me, it was very, very daunting that how does she know who this guy is? Because even Fawzin's not told me who he is. And time went by. I would say the prayers. I would have my ups and downs in the hospital. Now I'll share this one story. Ria was 8 months old. So with all the surgeries that Ria had, so Ria had her food pipe joined to the windpipe, that's a TOF. She had a laryngeal cleft type 2. She had a hole in the heart. She had multiple thread-like connections in her between her food pipe and her windpipe. The laryngeal cleft was repaired but had to be re-repaired. The TOF was repaired, had to be re-repaired, and a lot of infections in between. So I remember this one time we were sitting with the doctor. He was not from Leelavati. We had taken special permission for a cardiac surgeon, and Dr. Dalvi had come on board telling us that Ria has so many things to battle. And if we close the hole in the heart, she would, be able to come off the ventilator. It had been 8 months. Ria had never come off the ventilator except for that one time for those 6 hours. I remember this whole conversation very clearly where Dr. Dalvi sitting with me and Jamshed said, we need an open heart surgeon because if I leave the device, it's an intravenous thing, but if I leave the device and in case it slips, we need a surgeon on the standby to place the device for her. And so we went ahead with it. Dr. Dalvi said 95% of the time, um, my surgeries are always successful. 5%, let's leave it to God because, end of the day, we have to leave something to God to help us with. And that was when, for the first time, I think Jamshed kind of opened up and teared up and said that, Doc, when Ria was born, the doctors didn't give me 5% of a chance for her survival. They said she doesn't have 5% of survival chances, let her go. But we couldn't let her go. And today we've reached 95%. So that 5% he will definitely give us. There were 3 days left for this whole procedure to happen. And I was praying, every day before I went to the hospital, I would pray and say my prayers and all the prayers that I would say. And every time I would pray just before this ASD closure, the message I always kept getting was it's going to be a very successful surgery, but a damn difficult one. So it came for the first time, the second day, the third day. So I panicked on the third day and I told Jamshed, I'm very, very frightened because I keep getting this message. And he just laughed and he said, Delu, you're overthinking, it's the first time our child is not going to be cut open. It's going to be an intravenous. Why are you even worried? You're overthinking it. Just don't worry. I said, okay. Uh, as they were wheeling Ria in, I was sitting in front of the cat lab and I had never Googled any other pictures of Baba. These were the only two pictures I had from what Frozen had given me. And so for me, this was the only Baba picture I knew. I never knew any other Baba picture. So my heart was pounding. I could remember those, words. And I called Fawzan up and she said, did you say the Baba prayers? And I'm like, please stop it. I mean, I'm not in a frame of mind to pray right now. I'm really upset. I'm getting very nervous. So she said, just mundanely say it, Delna. I'll tell you, Baba said, say it, just say it. So I said, okay, fine, I'll please him now, right now, and I'll say those prayers. And I said it really fast, um, like without, standing, without meaning anything. I just ranted it off. And by the time I finished the prayer, they wheeled Ria in, the cat lab doors opened. I saw this white wall and I saw some clouds. I saw a figure, but I couldn't place it. It didn't look like Jesus, it didn't look like Ganpati, but there was a figure there. So, of course, it was in a fraction of a second. The door closed, and I again called Fawzan up and I said, I'm hallucinating. Now I'm seeing things with my opened eyes, and I saw these clouds and I saw everything. And she said, Delna, you're not hallucinating. Baba is there with you. And you know what Baba always says, if you want to connect with me, you got to drop your intellectual mind. I didn't know at that time what it meant. But at that time, my intellectual mind told me, who cares? Let it be Jesus, let it be Zarathustra, let it be, Ganpati, or let it be her Meher Baba. Who cares? As long as someone is taking care of my child, I don't care. And I just was happy at that fact that somebody was there. This happened in August 2010. Ria was 8 months old. The procedure was supposed to take about half an hour to 45 minutes. Till 2 hours, no one had come out of that hospital, that cat lab. And I see the surgeon walk out. He said, Dr. Dalvi will talk to you. The pediatrician said, Dr. Dalvi will talk to you. And after 2.5 hours, Dr. Dalvi walks out and says, it was a damn successful surgery. And behind him is the surgeon of Leelavati who says, but it was a damn difficult one. And they went on to explain what happened there. So they couldn't find Ria's vein for the longest time. And Suresh Joshi, who happens to be an open heart surgeon, he told Dr. Dalvi, let's, cut her open up on the side, on the left side. She'll get 2 stitches. It's impossible to find a vein right from the left leg, or from her thigh all the way up till her heart. It's impossible. This child has been hospitalized for 8 months of her life. It's impossible. So Dr. Dalvi said, yes, it's an excellent idea. I think that's the only option left. But just give me 10 minutes. If I can not cut this child open, I don't want to cut her open. And he went in to find that vein to leave the device. He did find a vein. He left the device. He went back to his monitors to check Ria's vitals. All her vitals were fine. She was doing fine. And he said, why couldn't I find this vein, for such a long time? And how did I find it right now? So he went back to search for that vein and he didn't find it. So to me, it was one of my miracles that I experienced, where the doctor said, I don't know where that vein went because I went back to search for it and I didn't find it. Everything happened. Ria was fine. We said thank you and that's it. But moving forward, this happened in August 2010. December 2011, Ria was already discharged on 17th of May 2011, but they had asked us not to travel because Ria had never experienced room air. She was always a hospitalized baby. So they said, you can't travel immediately, stay for 6 months in Bombay till she gets accustomed, and then we'll give you a go ahead to travel. So I think December had come through, and Jumshed's like, it's high time now you come back with Ria. Zidane is also alone. So we were planning our way back to Dubai, and I by then I had gradually, slowly started coming to Baba. I had started reading few of his books, and I knew Baba said, whenever you do something, always take my name. So I said, Baba, I'm going back to Dubai. Is this the right thing to do? Before I go back to Dubai, can I please come to Mehrabad? Can I touch my head on the Samadhi? Because I don't know when I'll get an opportunity to come again. Because if I go back with Ria with a tracheostomy tube and all of that. December 2011, I think 9th of December it was, or 11th, can't remember clearly. But I went to Mehrabad and I was walking to the Samadhi, and I remember Somit, Faizin's husband. These are my two earth angels who've really, taken care of me when I was in Bombay during those 15 months. And I think Baba sent them in my life. So he turned around and he told me, shit, you're so lucky, Delu. There's nobody at the Samadhi. It's like as if Baba's waiting for you. And I said, don't get jealous. Of course, he's waiting for me. He knew I was coming. And before I locked eyes, before I could put my leg inside the threshold of Baba's Samadhi, I think most of us have all been to Baba's Samadhi. I locked eyes with that picture above Baba's Samadhi. And the voice that I heard said, you were not hallucinating. I was there. Yeah. So that, I think, sealed that whole journey for me. I got a lot of answers, and the connection and my conviction that Baba is there with Ria was 100%. So there were few things that I, during my journey to Mehrabad, I asked. So one was, someone had told me in the MPR rooms, they have Baba pictures. I told Baba while talking, I talk to him a lot, a lot. I can talk to him anywhere. So I talked to Baba a lot and I said, Baba, if you say that I should take, it should be your will if I need to go to Dubai. So if you are with me in this journey and I should go to Dubai and reconnect, reunite with my family and with Zidan and Jumshed, and we should all be together, then give me a sign. And the sign would be from the two pictures in the MPR room. Let one picture be this one that I connect with. And as we opened the door, Fauzan was opening the door, and she didn't know what I was talking, and she said, "So strange. They never put two same pictures in a MPR room." So both the pictures were this. It was not just one photograph. I had two of them. So it was Baba's way of telling me, yes, you must go back to your family, and I am with you in this journey. While we were driving to Mehrabad, we got a call saying, You're just there for 1.5 day. So if you want to meet Bauji, please let them know now because Bauji was not well at that time. And I told Baba, I said, please let me get to meet Bauji because it was not his day to meet people. I think he meets people only on a Monday. He used to meet people only on Mondays and Wednesdays or something like that. And we were leaving on a Sunday, something. So I said, please, Baba, if I get to see Bauji, it would be as good as seeing you. And we did get to meet Bauji. I got to garland Baba's picture, and Bauji allowed us to do the Bujave Aarti with him in his cabin. So I was graced with so many opportunities. It was like a like Baba talking to me. There's a picture of Baba which says real happiness lies in making others happy. That was the picture in Bauji's room. And when that picture locked eyes with me, it Baba told me, "Don't worry, I'm there. I'm watching over Ria. You have nothing to fear." And that was one of my, this was one of my most beautiful experiences to Mehrabad. There are loads of reasons. Ria got admitted on 17th of May 2010. She got discharged on 17th April. She got admitted. She got discharged on 17th of May 2010. I don't know how much I believed it initially, but much later in life, as Ria kept growing, as I kept seeing so many miracles, every doctor that walked into Ria's life was Baba orchestrated. The doctor that accepted Ria from in the government hospital, little did I know that he's married to Baba's niece. Yes, Dr. Arif, who accepted Ria's case in Latifa, uh, is married to Auntie Farida, who's Baba's niece. And I always, before I knew it, always said, he's God sent. He's God sent.
What
And
a
he's,
small world, yeah.
yeah, yeah, totally, totally. And it was amazing because these are small, small things, Sam, that have unfolded. When I look at Fawzan and my relationship, Baba orchestrated this whole journey in school. We share our birthdays just one day apart. We used to do all the masti together. We lost touch for 20 years. He brought us back. How on earth in Bombay, a place like Bombay, that I would find this one Reiki teacher, who happens to be a school friend, a bestie, and a Baba lover. And doors for her also opened up for Baba because after 15 months of hospitalization, one of my friends asked Fazin, why did you give what prompted you to give her the Baba picture? And she said, you know what? I gave her the picture very apologetically. I thought I found a friend after 20 years, but I lost her in that very moment that I gave her the Baba picture. Because when she stood next to the bedside, when she stood next to Ria's bedside, she got the fragrance of Baba's Samadhi, all the flowers that you get when you enter the Samadhi. And at that time, Fazin thought she was hallucinating. So she moved to the other bed of that other kid, because it's just divided by one curtain. And she immediately got the chemical smell and all the hospital smell. The moment she came back to Ria's bedside, she again got fragrance of all the flowers that are offered on at Baba's Samadhi. And she asked me, is there any bouquet of flowers anywhere? And I said, are you crazy? It's a hospital. You're not allowed one flower. Where will a bouquet come from? And these were small things. And when she sat to give Ria Reiki with her eyes closed, she didn't see Ria on the bed. She saw Ria on Baba's lap. Baba was sitting on that bed and Ria was playing on his lap. So these were the two things that she was compelled to give me the picture, and she thought she lost a friend, but I'm not going to leave her for life now because I gave her 16 missed calls that night because Ria woke up, gave Baba a kiss on that picture, and Ria's connection and every bit, drew not just me, my husband, Zidane, and so many others too, Baba. I think Ria has a purpose in life. And I think somewhere when she was about 2 or 3, I always told this before. Jai Baba, it's 5 o'clock here. I always told Fazin that, I think she's Baba's little angel. She's come here for a purpose, and someday Baba will unveil that for us as well. So I was telling you the admission date of Ria, right? Sorry, that's my
No,
dog.
yeah, I mean, Delna, sorry to interrupt.
No.
First, I would like to go back in time as to your school days. What was your maiden surname and where did you live and which school? And you became friends with, oh,
My maiden name was Delna Patel. She was searching for me as Patel, but couldn't find me on Facebook because Jamshed opened my name as Dhamodiwala.
okay. And where did you live in Mumbai?
Worli, I lived in Worli,
Okay. And school?
St. Agnes Convent of Jesus and Mary,
At,
Clare
Ho-
Road.
huh?
Clare Road, Baikala.
Paikala Convent. Ah, okay. And Farzin was also there.
Yep, very much there. Yeah. So you see how it's all interwoven, and it's so crazy to see find Dr. Arif, who's married to Baba's niece. It's crazy, like just like that in Dubai. And when uh, when I came to Dubai, I was very upset. I said, I don't know if there are any Baba lovers in Dubai. That's when I bumped into Dilshad. And then Dilshad happened to tell me, do you know who Dr. Arif is? He's married to Farida auntie, who's Baba's niece. And yeah, so lots of, I have stories of Ria in Nan Auntie's book as well, in the third edition of Beyond the Silence. And there are so many. So one thing I always told everyone, I think Baba says, when you come to me, you must surrender everything at my feet. I always believed I had surrendered, but trust me, surrendering is so difficult that when you have, when you there is attachment to your child with an illness, it's very difficult to surrender. But gradually over the years, in these 15 years, I came to learn that if I leave it at Baba's feet, it becomes his will, and he will only do what is best and in for my highest and my best interest. So every time someone asked me, when will Ria's track come out? you know, Initially I would always say it whenever Baba wills it, it will come. But there came a point in my life where I genuinely believed that in these 15 years, initially I did pray to Baba in the starting, not to Baba, but to Jesus and to everybody else. Please send Ria home, on Christmas, I will do this. Please send Ria home on Zidane's birthday. I will come walking to Mount Mary. I will go walking to Siddhivinayak. I did all of that. But when I came to Baba and I read the simplicity of how to love God, in the most simplest of way is just love each and every one, especially the ones that give you, um, cause you the maximum hurt, harm, and pain. It's very difficult, but you learn to forgive because that is loving Baba. When I really came to Baba, and I had a lot of I we do lot of, have a lot of Baba gatherings in Dubai, not many, but you know, once in 3 months or 6 months, things like that. And Baba has blessed me with, gracing my home as allowing us to have a Baba having Baba gatherings here, and mostly on his birthday, Amar Tithi, and then in between, whenever Fazin comes into Dubai, we do have a lot of Baba gatherings. But I remember every time people would ask me, Delna, when is her track coming out? And I would say, when Baba wills it, not a day before, not a day after. And that is exactly what happened. Um, I was told by one gentleman, who does kind of auto writing, and with a lot of frustration actually, because I didn't know where to take Ria's track off. And of course, over the years, you feel, even as a mother, I felt, am I lacking? Am I not doing enough? Am I, um, not looking into a lot of doctors, but I know one thing for a fact. I always followed my intuition, and my intuition never failed me. I believe that intuition is Baba's voice. When I never listened to that intuition, I really regretted it. So there was a doctor in Abu Dhabi by the name of Dr. Nizar. I'm still in touch with him. And I heard of him when I got admitted. Ria got admitted again when she had a relapse after we came back. And I heard of Dr. Nizar in 2012. Yeah, in 2012. I never went to him because practically, if something goes wrong with Ria, I'm not going to drive 1.5 hours to Abu Dhabi, right? I'd rather go to a hospital which is 15 minutes away. But it's so crazy that one friend who I bumped into Latifa Hospital called me up and said, I'm going to meet Dr. Nizar. Send me Ria's reports. If that doctor can do something for Ria, why not? I'm not promising you anything. He's a Syrian, and since I'm a Syrian, we can, we sit and chat and all, and I can just show him Ria's procedures and why is Ria's track not coming out. Um, he was really, really Baba sent. These doctors that have come into my life. Dr. Nizar was one of the best doctors in UAE. To get an appointment from him was minimum waiting of 3 months, which I didn't know. But when he saw Ria's report, he told Lean, if this mother is ready to come and see me tomorrow, I will keep a clinic open. How it works here is they all the doctors don't sit every day, in the hospital. They sit 2 days, then 2 days they are doing surgeries and things. So the clinics are only on for 2 days or something. So if you have a clinic for 2 days and you're one of the best pulmonologists, then you will need 3 days, 3 months of waiting. He gave me an appointment. I had a walk-in appointment. I walked in like a queen, like, you know ruled the place. I told Jamshed I'm going. He said, I can't come, I've got audit. I said, I don't need you, don't come, I have a nurse, I'll take a driver and go. That was the time I listened to my intuition. And i I know that that was Baba's guidance, because after that, Ria got her cleft, which was, wrongly repaired, got repaired again. Ria, Ria could eat after this surgery for the first time. She swallowed water. So this was like a miracle coming in our way. We saw her swallow. Um, her cleft got repaired. Her There was a connection, like thread-like connection between her food pipe and her windpipe, which was left open, which got repaired. That was the surgery which Ria had. It was a 12.5 hour surgery, and she was absolutely fine. Everything went well, and this when you hear doctors talk later, like when I heard Leelavati doctors talk, because um, Leelavati wanted us to, give a little write up. And when the doctor sat down and spoke about Ria, he said that, there is, whenever we do surgeries, some small things can go wrong, like an anesthesia can go wrong, and it can go completely topsy turvy. But when we do surgeries with Ria, it's magical. We cannot believe that this child has gone through a 8.5 hour surgery, a 9.5 hour surgery, and the next morning she's greeting us with smiles and, giving us flying kisses. So Baba really took care of her. There was one last surgery in, I think, Leelavati, before they spoke about discharge. And just as they took her in for a bronchoscopy, they came out saying she needs a surgery. We missed looking at this part of, her food pipe and all of that. And I cried and I cried and I told first and I said, Baba can't be God, I mean, impossible, he's God. I mean, this is rubbish, because if he's God, how can he not take this surgery away? And she says, why are you blaming him? Maybe with all your prayers, he actually bought this surgery out so that this surgery repairs her completely, and then you don't have to bring her back. And I said, okay, I'll look at it like that. I'll give gratitude to this surgery. And trust me, we gave a lot of gratitude to that surgery. And Ria walked home. But before that, I prayed. By then, I had already come to Baba, so I was only doing Baba prayers. And I closed my eyes and I was saying Baba prayers, and I said, Baba, please take care of Ria. And there's a vision in front of me. And this vision always gets me emotional because by then, for me, Baba is the Almighty. He's my Jesus. You can call him whatever you want to. He's everything. So I remember praying to him and saying, Baba, please take care of Ria. And there's this beautiful swing. My eyes are closed. There's a beautiful swing. And I can see Baba cry profusely. The previous day, I was crying profusely and I was howling. And, I even एक MCBC भी बाबा ने आप ही दे दूं मैं. So I could see Baba profusely crying, and Ria was there next to him, sitting and playing. And she looks up and she saw him crying, and she starts wiping his tears. And she says, "Why are you crying?" And he says, "I'm sorry. I I can't take this surgery away from you." And she's like, "Don't be stupid, like, don't be silly," and wiping his tears. She points right back at me. My eyes are still closed, but I can see it like a movie where she's pointing her hand to me and saying, "Didn't we plan this? Wasn't this our plan to bring her to you?" So I think that was the day I think I came and told Fazin, I said, if God is crying for my daughter, I don't have to worry about anything. So yeah, this was one thing.
This is the human aspect of the God man.
Absolutely.
He's God as well as man. And this is the human aspect of it, where you see him crying because he. Uh, may I just intervene for 2 more
Of
minutes?
course, of course, of course, of course.
Last Sunday, uh, at this session of ours, Menosh came out with a beautiful anecdote where Baba was giving darshan, and there was a hell of a lot of crowd, hell of a lot of crowd. So much so that it turned, it almost turned into a stampede, and they were trying their best to protect Baba. Now, amongst all this chaos, there was one blind boy trying to make his way through to go and meet Baba amongst all this chaos.
Wow.
You know how children can go underneath their people's feet and this and that. And when Baba spotted him, he told Eraj to bring the child up, bring him up. And when the child came before Baba, Baba was almost overwhelmed kind of thing. And he embraced the child so much and showered so much of love. And then very reluctantly, he patted the child on his back and told Eris to send him out. The minute the child went out, Baba turns to Eraj and he said, this was just one of the rarest times in my life that I was tempted to give sight to this boy because of his yearning, his heart crying out to see me and wanting to come and touch me and feel me and all that. He said, I was very, very tempted. I had to really control myself to let him go. because that would not have been good for the boy if he had got his sight, his karmas and samskaras and all that nonsense that we talk about,
Yes.
that would come into play and all those things would happen. So this is very similar to your the human side. You know, the Erich often used to say that Baba was more of a human being than God. Because God, we cannot see him the way we ought to see him. But here, the human qualities in Baba, his forgiveness, his generosity, his at times his control over everything, all these things, no ordinary man could have done all this. That's what it's all about. Go ahead, Dani.
So I'll share one of these magical things that I experienced. So, like I said, I was really flustered. I was doubting myself as a mother, whether I was doing the right thing, searching for the right doctors, looking in the right areas. And I remember that I got very frustrated and I decided, you know what, it's the best thing to do is to take Ria to the US because both her doctors are in the US. And my intellectual mind is saying, okay, Dr. Jack Borders, her ENT, is in Oklahoma. Baba had an accident in Oklahoma. Maybe I meant to go there. So these were all my intellectual thought processes, and I was running from pillar to post, trying to figure out how I can get the finances, how will we manage it, will the entire family go, will it just be me and Ria? It's such a long journey, and all of that. So that time, I think I spoke to Frozen and we decided. I never ever wanted to know when Ria's track will come out. I never prayed to Baba also for the track to come out because I believed when the time is right, he'd make it happen. So this so happened that this gentleman told me, Baba says Ria is absolutely fine and don't worry about her because I'm taking care of her. But he also went down to say that you don't have to go anywhere. Her track will come out in Dubai itself, and it will be a Arabic doctor. And I was like, oh my God, this can't be true. Baba can't be doing this to me because there are no good Arabic doctors here. This is so I kind of just nullified that whole conversation. And in my head, it was somewhere on the back burner. I didn't believe it because I said maybe some mistake in the message, maybe this person didn't get the message accurately correct. It probably would be in Dubai, but maybe an Indian doctor because by then I had found an Indian doctor. Only when I introspect and sat back and saw, I had come to this Indian doctor again, Baba sent, in 2017 or 18. And every time we planned a decannulation, so removing the tube is called a decannulation, but every time you plan one, there has to be a process to it. So, every time we planned, there was something amiss. Either Ria was unwell, so we had to postpone it, or she had an infection, or they couldn't find an IV line and things like that. So I know we've gone short of time, so I'll quickly hurry up. So what happened was this
Worry
doctor.
about the time.
No, no, I said, are we running short of time?
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So
Your heart and take your time
okay.
because today we have gathered to just listen to what you have to say. And it doesn't really matter whether it takes another 15, 20 minutes more here and there. It's not going to kill anybody else. Okay? Sai Baba.
Jai Baba. So, Dr. Omi is a doctor. He's a pulmo, and he was very aggressive on getting Ria's track out and wanting to try everything and very hands-on doctor. And like I again said, he was a doctor who would actually give me an appointment. Getting an appointment with Dr. Omi is very difficult. So he would tell the nurse to call and keep appointments. So this is how Ria's journey has, been happening. So He, in October 2024, he said, I think this track is not doing any good to Ria. It's only damaging her. Let's get it out. So we said, okay. He was traveling in November. He asked Ria, when do you want to get your track out? And Ria said, after my birthday. And he said, when's that? So Ria said, February. It's in February. And after that, I have my musical. So only after that will I remove my track. So he said, oh my God, we have to wait till Feb. No problem. We'll wait till Feb. So I said, you know what, doc, let it be, let her be ready. And I thought I'll get so much time to prepare her, to prep her up, to be ready to get it out. 7th of March was the day that was, decided to get her tracheostomy tube out. And on, I think, 5th or 4th of March, Dr. Omi calls me up and he says, Delna, you're on a video call, you're on speaker, and I want you to talk to one of the doctors. And I'm talking to this doctor, and he says, I have seen Ria's bronchoscopy. Her windpipe is very, very floppy. So Ria has a floppy windpipe, and due to which we could never decannulate her because her windpipes would always collapse. So many doctors were always frightened to remove her tube because the windpipe would collapse. So he said, I've seen her bronchoscopy. The windpipe is very floppy and very narrow at a certain section. My suggestion is we put a stent inside the trachea. Okay. And after 4 weeks, we need to remove this stent. We can't keep it like how you do it for a cardiac patient. So I said, fair enough. So he says, but there's one problem. I said, what, doc? He says, we'll need to check with the company in Germany. If they have a ready piece, we'll do it. They'll send it to us. We can do it ASAP, or we have to wait for a month. So Dr. Omi was feeling bad that I was pushing the mother to take the track off, and now we again are pushed back one more month. And Dr. Omi said, will you be okay with it? And I told doctor, I said, you know what, doctor? This is all divinely orchestrated. If it's supposed to be 1 month, I waited for 15 years. 1 month won't kill me. And we went ahead, and he said, but you'll have to come tomorrow to see doctor because he needs to see Ria, check her. The anesthesia needs to check her, and then we'll take it forward. Okay, I didn't ask for the doctor's name. He didn't tell me the doctor's name. I just knew I had to go to so and so place, pulmonologist, and meet the doctor. So, of course, we went and the name was written. We wait for the doctor, and she said, Dr. Mazen will be here with you. Didn't think much of it. But as I was waiting, again, that thought or that whole message that I had heard that Ria's track will come out in Dubai and it will be an Arabic doctor. I said, could this doctor be Arabic by any chance? And we went into the room, and before we went, I heard the doctor talk to some patient, and I said, it couldn't be this doctor. It sounds so much like Dr. Nizar, and Dr. Nizar was a Syrian, so they have a little similar lingo. When they talk, their accent is very similar. And I went into the cabin, and it was the same doctor talking who was outside, and his name was Dr. Mazin, and he's from Syria. I asked him. So it so happened that Ria's track came out in Dubai by an Arabic doctor. So it all happened so beautifully. Baba orchestrated. We went in to put a stent. Like I always said, when the time is right, when Baba wills it, the track will come out. We went in to put a stent for her, and they saw that the tube was just sitting at the edge of her windpipe. So if this is her windpipe, the tube has to be like this. But the tube was sitting here. So they unanimously decided that she doesn't need the tracheostomy tube and took it out. And that day was 17th of April, 2025. She got admitted for a tracheostomy tube and all the surgeries April 17, 2010. It came out on April 17, 2025, 15 years. And we got discharged on 17th of May 2010 in Bombay. Ria's stent came out on 17th of May 2025. A complete circle with Baba. So these dates are very, very special, and they happened so organically. Um, she's doing absolutely fine. Ria, can you put your camera on? That's Ria. Ria, your mic is off. Can't hear you, Sam.
Can you enlarge this her picture? I want to see her in full form.
Her picture is enlarged. At least it's enlarged for me.
Ah, okay, okay. Now I can see her.
Yeah, this is Ria. She's
Yeah, I don't know what to say to you. Do you remember us meeting twice?
yes.
I'd come for Baba meeting in Dubai, and one time in the middle of the meeting, your daddy had just walked in from somewhere. He had gone somewhere for some work and he had come. And the way you ran, and do you remember that? I remember that very much. But that,
You have an amazing memory, Sam.
huh?
You have an amazing memory.
No, no, no. It's not that. It's just that certain incidents of this pure, unadulterated love that gets registered.
Yeah.
Nobody can wipe that out. If you ask me all the other stupid things, I not remember any of it. Look at her smile, yeah.
Yeah. So she's the same baby that five doctors told Jamshed that will not survive and let her go.
Those
Okay.
were liars.
So I believe, and I just want to tell everyone listening here that, if you're in Baba's fold and if there is a problem and if there is lots of uncertainties, just surrender. It's not easy, but leave it to him, whatever is his will. So I always tell everyone, Delna plus hard work equals to Baba. So whatever Baba wills. So whenever it was meant to come out, it came out. Ria for me is I think it's the best gift that I always say thank you to Ria, because I say, Ria, thank you for coming into my life, because had you not come, Baba would never come. So for me, she's Baba's little angel who brings not just, the Damodi family, but so many others to Baba. And I think she has a message to carry. She brings in a lot of faith, a lot of people who've lost sometimes, who are lost and who believe that are angry with God. I think Ria restores that faith back in them.
Does she paint and draw pictures of Baba and all that?
She
Ah,
does all the time. On
yes.
Ferdinand's Fridge, she did one when we were in Mehrabad this time. She just took the whiteboard and sketched, and she said, "That's Baba." And surprisingly, he does look like Baba when she sketches, not when I do.
That's a gift from him to her.
Yeah,
Let me tell you one more thing. Let me tell you one more thing.
sure,
Baba has chosen you and Jamshed
of course,
to give you this special soul to look after.
absolutely, so
This
graceful.
is not this is not per chance, this is not per this thing, any of that nonsense. This is not coincidental, nothing, nothing, nothing. This was preordained.
Yeah,
This was preordained because
absolutely.
the kind of support that you gave her, and of course, Jamshed, the finances raising and all those things that you all went through.
Sam, that it's strange that you say it, but when me and Jumshed would sit and, actually talk, he said, and he himself says it, he's not a talker like me. So he keeps all his little sharings to himself. But there was a time when Ria was in Abu Dhabi and, you know, her food pipe, the area that they restitched, did not get stitched. So there was a tiny hole which needed to be stitched. And I remember telling this very senior surgeon, "Can you glue it?" And he looked at me and he said, "If I can, I will, but I'll do what is best for her right now." And I've got doctors who've, said things like, she's not your child, she's mine right now. And I want to see her absolutely fit and fine. So we've had such amazing, they've cancelled their holidays, family holidays, their son's wedding, these doctors in Abu Dhabi who I talk about. I'd be indebted to them for the rest of my life, but they were amazing. And the way they looked after Ria, like they just didn't budge till she was absolutely fine. So this tiny hole, they actually glued it. And it was so magical. And I remember Jamshed coming back and saying, this hole was actually left open for me, because had the food pipe healed, you would have gone your way, having a Baba gathering and saying thank you. But me going my way and saying thank you to, Dadaji, Zartostra, and, it would have always been like that. I needed that shift. It was because of me that hole was left open, and I needed to be pulled back to Baba. So he has a beautiful story, but he's very shy. He doesn't share. So yeah, but he did have a little chat with Baba from Abu Dhabi to Dubai. It's a 1.5 hour drive, and he told Baba, please take care of Ria, and if you're there, show me a sign. And he knew I used to ask for a lot of signs, and my sign with Baba would always be, if I need to sign this, show me a double three. I would see double threes everywhere, and that became like a little game.
See,
And
see what? Sorry?
so when I started reading Baba books, Baba said, "Don't come to me for miracles." And I'm like, "What kind of a God is he? If he's not going to do miracles?" I'm always told that God does miracles. So I said, "This can't be God. This can't be true." Then he said, "I'm in manifestation period." I don't understand this manifestation period. So I asked Farzan. So Farzan said, "Delu, if when when an avatar drops his body for the next 100 years, you can connect with him directly. You don't need a priest, a pandit, a maulana, anybody, right?" So then I started my own chatting with him, and I said, "You know what, I'm a very simple person, and I need my answers, and I need you to give me those answers. How you give it, we'll figure out." So I was actually defying him when I said, "I need a sign." And I said, "You know what? People don't like three threes in Bombay. You know, the three tigra, kam, bigra types." So I was actually, my intellectual mind was defying Baba. And I said, "I want to see a double three or a triple three. Only then I'll go back to the hospital and sign that form, because she needed an IV." The amount of double threes I saw, and that became like a game, and it became my conversation with Baba. I could sit anywhere and have a conversation with him. Sometimes even now when I sit and I'm thinking of something, I've not asked him, I'm just having a chat with him. I've taken the car to go pick Ria up to school, and I will see a 33 and like, "Why are you showing me a 33?" And then oh yeah, I was chatting with him, I was asking him for a sign. And that's how I get my signs. So he is so alive, so potent, I can say. And um, like you very rightly said, Sam, that it's a grace, or a blessing that Baba gave me an opportunity. I didn't do anything. I was Ria's caretaker. He did everything. I just followed my heart. Initially, the journey looked very, very tough. Ask me today, and I wouldn't want to change anything, because it's been so magical, um, so Babaful. And I'm so grateful that he's just with us at every step of our lives. And when before I even logged on to the Zoom, I just prayed to Baba and I said, if anybody needs any message from here, let our story just be able to touch their hearts. Let them not give up on you, and let them have that solid faith that no matter how difficult the journey is, when you surrender it at Baba's feet, he'll make it his business, and he will do much more than you could have ever imagined in our little minds, or our little thought process that we have. He does much more than what you can actually ask for.
Okay, now I want to talk to Ria. Auntie, okay. What were you munching just now?
Biscuit.
Biscuit. Wow. Wow. Okay. And yeah, yeah. And I noticed you were drawing something also. Show us, please. Okay. Hold it up properly. Jai Baba. So nice. So nice. Ria, may I ask you for a favor? Tomorrow is our Navroz, Jamshedi Navroz, the celebration, yeah? I want you to bless me. Can you do that, please? Thank you. Go ahead, Delna. I'm done with her.
So these are very, very small stories that I've shared. 15 years has been so magical with Baba. There have been ups and downs. I've been angry with him. I've yelled at him, abused him. He's my best friend, and he's everywhere, and you can just feel him. So I just feel Baba will test you, or I think we just go through our own test. But if we have Baba in our life, this journey is so different because he just takes over. He'll just, hold you in his palm, and he takes you on. You don't feel any of that pain. If I can say, if I'm saying it correctly, I don't know, but this he's blessed me with amazing a family that has stood by me for Ria. Like you rightly said, he put Jumshed at the right place at the right time, so finances were never an issue. Had we been in Bombay, we wouldn't have been able to afford those 15 months in that hospital, even now on. And there are lots of things over the years. He sent me Fazin and Somit at the time that, at a drop of a hat, I would call her and she would always be there. So they are my little two earth angels that Baba has given me, given, I think, Ria, all of us. And so much has changed. I met so many more people. I've met you, I've met Cyrus, Soumya, and so many other Baba lovers. I hear so many stories. I think through Ria's story, so many want to know more about Baba and reach Mehrabad, and that is amazing, I think. So, like I said, Ria. So, Fazan has always been asking me to write a book. I'm very scared to write one with all the magic that has happened with Ria.
Tell
So,
Ria to write. She will write for you. Yes, I mean it. She will.
yeah. But I know one thing. I was reading a book which said gift of God. Okay. And it was gifted by a friend to me, and it was said a gift of God. And I said, see, a book should be really nice, in the sense when you read the cover page, you get tempted to pick it up, right? So showers of grace, sounds of silence, gift of God, and so many others, right? Um, and I said, if I have a book, what will the name be? And it
Delna's Barbar.
Angel of God, because I always said Ria's my little angel. So before I came to Baba, I always said Ria's, my angel from God, and now I know she is my little angel.
Now you got your answer. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So that's going to be the title of my book, but the book has to still start.
Just a minute. Some lady wants to talk to you.
Hi Delna, Kamal Chow. કેમ છે?
Cam Kamal,
All good. Del
I'm watching you from there.
રિયાનું નામ લખ Ria, Angel of God. Start the book like that.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously. She's Baba's angel.
Thank you. I will.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Del, Perrin
Hi,
from
parents.
Toronto, Perrin Jasmani, Jai Baba.
Hey, Baba.
Yes, you are talking about putting a title to your book when you write. I want you to know that when I put one together myself, where Baba had requested, asked me to do it for his 100th birthday, he gave me the title.
Oh, wow.
So ask him for that title, because everything in that book, don't worry, don't be nervous or whatever, it will all just flow from him to you. And you will just put it You'll be just the medium to put it, but he will give you the title as well. That's what he did for me. That's
Amazing.
what he did. The cover page for me, everything in that book, every message of his was his, pictures were his. And so my only suggestion to you is don't worry about you deciding what name. Ask him. He will give you the name. Jai
Thank
Mai
you.
Baba.
Jai Baba.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much,
You're
Parent.
most
It's
welcome,
Very
so
darling.
beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful life story. Keep it that way. Love
Thank
you guys. Jai Mai
thank
Baba.
you. Jai Baba.
This is so true. Perrin has just told us a real fact. We are all puppets in his hands. It is he who does everything, but he makes us feel, I'm so this thing and I'm writing a book and yeah, but actually it's all his work.
Absolutely.
So like parents said, ask him for the title and he will give it to you. And today I bless this thing called the Zoom, the internet, because my friend, you're in Dubai. This
Mhm.
lady who spoke to you just now, Perin Jasumani, she is in Toronto. I think your son is a little away from Toronto somewhere.
He's in St. Catherine's,
Ah,
Rock University.
if you want to,
If he needs any contact, please, Delna, take our contact.
Sure,
It
Parent.
will
I
be
will do
lovely.
that. It will
Okay,
be lovely.
please do
Thank you
that.
so much.
Chalo,
Jai Baba.
darling, for sure. Jai Mai Baba.
if
Jai
the
Baba.
fellow gets homesick and he wants some bakra and all that, he can always call up Perin and, make himself comfortable.
Done.
Anybody wants to ask any questions? Ria, you want to ask any questions, darling? Oh, you have all the answers anyway, so where's the need? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That-
she always, I tell her, you don't want to say your prayers, Baba prayers. Mom, I chat with him every day. He comes in my dreams every day. We have our own thing. So I don't interfere. I let them be.
So beautiful, yeah, so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very rarely, very seldom. Seldom is not the word, not once in a while or anything like, but this kind of, you don't come across ever so often. No, 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 sir. No way. This is very, very special. Very, very special. And I only hope कि कोई नहीं नजर नहीं लगे. The relations that you will have with Baba, of course, Baba ने नजर तो लाग ही नहीं सके, so that is okay.
There
But
is,
Ria, you just stay the way you are, darling. You may become 25 years old and 50 years old and buddhi and whatever, but don't change the way you are,
it's
because
strange
you
that you
are
say that,
just
Sam.
Baba's child. Haji?
I
Sorry?
said it's very strange that you say that, but everyone who meets Ria will always say, she's 15, but there's something about her. She's very calm. She's very sure about herself. She has a lot of, she's very gentle. She really, thinks for others. So I think that's also Baba's gift to her. I
She's
think
very angelic. An-
totally. Not because she's my daughter, but because you said it. Person is
Ashita
there.
Grover, you have a
If person
question?
wants to
Go
say
ahead.
something,
Yes, Delna Jai Baba,
say
it's
Baba.
been so beautiful listening to what you said, and I have to commend you that you have further cemented that faith which should be in each of Baba lovers of, complete surrendering oneself. And let me tell you, Riya, I think in Sanskrit means a melody. So actually, she is the song that you can, which has got you to Baba. Actually, she is that melody which has connected you to Baba and connected all of us today. Really, it's been a very beautiful session. And Ria, you are grace personified. You look so beautiful and so pristine.
Thank you.
Love you, beta. Thanks, Delna, for a
Thanks,
lovely
Georgia.
sharing.
Thank you.
You know, after a long time, you come across a story of people who touch you so deeply in your heart and connect you to Baba straight away. Because that is the sole purpose of this meeting. This Thursday Zoom meetings is to tell people what experiences you went through to help us strengthen our faith in Baba. Because when we hear this kind of stories, we know that if Baba can help Delna, he can surely help an idiot like Sam Patel also. You see, that's the way it is. Joe, even Ria agrees, you know. Hey, Khuda, Khuda. Anything else you want to tell us, Delna?
Like I said, no, there's so much. Maybe again, I will write few more other miracles that Baba has graced us with, and we can share it some other time again.
Okay.
For
Okay.
sure. There's so much.
Ah.
There's, there is lots of things to share.
True. So when would you like to come on again? I'd like to keep it open
Okay.
in the sense whenever you feel like coming on to the Zoom thing along with Ria and Jamshed if possible. Sit quietly by
The shy guy.
whatever. But
Yeah.
so just give me a
A
two,
heads up.
3 days
For sure.
warning beforehand. Probably next Thursday, if you're ready for it, we can fix it for next Thursday also.
Done.
We'll keep it open
Open. Sure.
and whenever you feel like it, because it's stories like yours that brings us closer to God. And today I thank you, Ria, Farzin, and the Mawali husband of hers, and all these special children of Meher Baba. Because we are all of us are part of this one big Baba family, and he is our eternal Father. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. I need someone for prayers. Delna, would you like to do the prayer, or Ria, would you like to recite a short prayer? It's up to you. I mean, you want to talk, talk. You don't want to talk, don't talk, whatever.
Ria, you want to do the last one? Beloved God?
Good, good. So, okay, what we'll do is, we have this Buddha lok, na, old people, we have this set formula. So we will do the Parvardegar prayer, then
Yeah.
the repentance. And
Yeah.
the short one, beloved God, Ria can do. Is that okay? Cheers. Thank you.
Jai Baba. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining.
Arey, thank you, Baba.
Jai Baba.
This was a very, very nice session in a long, long time. Long, long time.
Thank you.
I have this Farzin who's my boss here. Arey, Farah, sorry.
Farah, huh?
Very strict lady. Uh,
Okay. All. अरे पढ़ता नहीं. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. O Parvardigar, the preserver and protector of all. You are without beginning and without end, non-dual, beyond comparison, and none can measure you. You are without condition, without form, and without attributes. You are unlimited and unfathomable, beyond imagination and conception, eternal and imperishable. You are indivisible, and none can see you but with eyes divine. You always were, you always are, and you always will be. You are everywhere, you are in everything, and you are also beyond everywhere and beyond everything. You are in the firmament and in the depths. You are manifest and unmanifest on all planes and beyond all planes. You are in the three worlds and also beyond the three worlds. You are imperceptible and independent. You are the creator, the Lord of Lords, the knower of all minds and hearts. You are omnipotent and omnipresent. You are knowledge infinite, power infinite, and bliss infinite. You are the ocean of knowledge, all knowing, infinitely knowing, the knower of the past, the present, and the future, and you are knowledge itself. You are all merciful and eternally benevolent. You are the soul of souls, the one with infinite attributes. You are the trinity of truth, knowledge, and bliss. You are the source of truth, the ocean of love. You are the ancient one, the highest of the high. You are Prabhu and Parmeshwar. You are the beyond God and the beyond God also. You are Parabrahma, Allah, Ilahi, Yazdan, Ahura Mazda, and God the Beloved. You are named Dizad, the only one worthy of worship. We repent, O God, most merciful, for all our sins, for every thought that was false or unjust or unclean, for every word spoken that ought not to have been spoken, and for every deed done that ought not to have been done. We repent for every deed and word and thought inspired by selfishness, and for every deed and word and thought inspired by hatred. We repent most especially for every lustful thought and every lustful action, for every lie, for all hypocrisy, for every promise given but not fulfilled, and for all slander and backbiting. Most especially also, we repent for every action that has brought ruin to others, for every word and deed that has given others pain, and for every wish that pain should befall others. In your unbounded mercy, we ask you to forgive us, O God, for all these sins committed by us, and to forgive us for our constant failures to think and speak and act according to your will. Ria, the beloved prayer.
Beloved God,
God,
help us
help us all to love you more and more and more and more and still yet more till we become worthy of union with you and help us all to hold fast to our stomach till the very end of time. Baba ki jai. Baba ki jai. Baba ki jai.
So beautiful. So beautiful. God bless you. Yeah.
Jai Baba.
बुझावे नार सहलतनी ये कार कूद रात में फरमातू लागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे मातू अयामुर शाद मेहर बाबा चरण पर तुझ न धरिए सर खुदाना जात थी वाके फथई बे तो मेहरबान तू छे माँ लिखा की कतनो तू आशे बीने आरे भी तुझे दरी या ये वह दत्तमारे फातनो ओई तूफान तू हमोरे राव में सालिक बखशे ज्ञान ईजदनु के तुझ परा महात्मा ज्ञानी छने मो तारे इरफातू खुदाना प्रेमनो प्यालो पिलावी मस्त हमने कर छे तुझ पर जान सदके साखिया बीदे पया मातू हमारी नाव भर दरिए तारा में दो हमें दरिए हमारा ना खुदा है मेरा बाबा चैनी के बातू हमारा ना खुदा है मेरा बाबा छेनी गे बातू बुझावे नार सैलतनी ये कार कुद रात में फरमातू लागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे मातू अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Oh, glorious, eternal, ancient one, your face is a bright, transcendental sun. Lighten this dark world and the tears I weep. My heart may give to you to keep. Creator yet creationless you are. Truth and truth's body, divine avatar. Who through compassion the three worlds maintains. Destroy this ignorance that life sustains. These five lights are the whirling spokes of prayer of the world's wheel that bears me on to death. Unless you who are infinitely kind break the wheels of which is conditioned mind. These incenses, my love, these fruits, my art, which to please you I have shaped from my heart. Accept them as you would a simple flower that has no use beyond its shining eye. You are myself, I sing to you in praise and beg your love to bear me through the day. Till you, the ever-living perfect one, illume my darkness, your shining sun. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. We shall now hold a minute's silence. Beloved Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Thank you, everybody. Sorry?
Maisha's birthday.
Areva, come. How do you spell your name?
M-Y-S-H-A.
Maisha. Okay, we have with us a young lady called Maisha who celebrates her birthday today. So let us all get together and sing a very happy birthday for her. And the little Chintu brother is... okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Maisha.
Happy
Hey,
birthday.
to you. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Thank you, everybody, for this lovely session.